Hi everyone, I am Pratik Anjay and welcome to my YouTube channel. And today we are going to discuss about Amazon S3, like how we are going to upload files in Amazon S3 and also how we are going to read files from the Amazon S3 and some of the basic functionality of Amazon S3 from directly from the Amazon website. So let's begin the video. So this is my whole code that I'm going to use in this video to showcase the functionality of Amazon S3. And before moving to the Amazon S3, first let me explain you in a very basic explanation of what is Amazon S3. So Amazon S3 is a simple web services interface that you can use to store and retrieve any amount of data at any time from anywhere on the web. So let me go to my Amazon S3 page. So this is the Amazon website, and you have to go to the AWS Amazon console, and there in storage and content delivery section you will find the Amazon S3 place. So for example, here if I'm checking here, this is my storage, and if you see here, this is the S3 bucket that I am seeing here. This is just now I have to click on that. So this is showing my S3 bucket, and these are the two buckets that already existing, and I'm going to show you how we can create a new bucket, how we can upload files over there, and also how we can delete the bucket from here. So first let me create a bucket from here. If you see here, there is a section called create bucket. Just click on that and it will ask you the name of the bucket. So I'm just going to give a random name. I'm giving you ANJAY 55. Just click on next, again next, next, and create a bucket. So if you see here now, Anjay 55 is available over here, and just click on that so that we can upload a file. So now you will see a lot of functionality over here. For example, upload a file, create a folder, and some other actions available here once you will upload a file over there. So let's just upload a file here. Just pick any files. For example, I am checking this file, and just I have to click on upload. It will take some time. You will see here the processing is happening, and yeah, your file is available. Once you right click on the file, you will get lot of options. For example, you can download it, you can change it, you can even delete it from here. So we have created a file. Now we will going to delete this file. Just click on delete, and your file is deleted. It is not available now here. Again, I will go to my Amazon S3 place, and if I see here my Anjay 55 bucket is available. So I'm just going to delete this bucket as of now, and again I will create this bucket using my Python code. Just select this bucket and click on delete. It will ask you to confirm the bucket name. Once again, I will just write Anjay55 and just click on confirm. So see, now the Anjay55 bucket is not available. So again, I am going to perform all these actions using my Python code, because in a real-time scenario, many times you are not going to directly perform these actions manually. You have to integrate everything using a Python code if you are working on a machine learning, data science, or data engineering projects. So let me go to my Python code. So this is the first command, is to create a connection to my S3 bucket with this Python or Jupyter thing. So for that, we also need this access key and secret key. So again, I have to go back to my Amazon page to showcase you the stuff. If you go into the IAM management console, you have to create a user, and for your user, you will be getting an access key and secret key. So that key you have to use it. That is kind of a secret key, or we I say configuration key, that is that you are giving access to your Amazon S3. You are giving access to use the Amazon S3, or also you are giving access to use files that are available into the Amazon S3 thing. So I have already given my access key and secret key over here, and I will just run this command. So then my command is already executed, and I believe the connection has been done. So now I want to see, okay, what are the different buckets are already available over there. So this is a command for that. This will give me all the buckets available in my Amazon S3. So you see, it is showing me an Unj 22 and Unj 23 is already available there. So if I see here, if we find yes, Unj 22 and Unj 23 is already available. So again, if I want to create a new bucket, for example, I have already shown you like how I have created Unj 55 over here using the manual process. The same thing I am going to perform using my Python key. I will just mark it as Amazon 55 and just run this command. So now it is showing me the fire command has executed, and I will just go and check over there whether Unj 55 is there or not. I will just reload the page, and if you see now my bucket has created. Unj 55 bucket is available over there. Again, if I will run to see my all the buckets, see Unj 55 is available again here. So it means the bucket has been created. So again, I am going to assign my bucket to a element so that we can use that element to upload a file. So I will just assigning this bucket Unj 55 to bucket 2. That is done. That is done. And now we're given the access. Again, I'm going to upload my CSV file to S3. So for that, for example, this is my S3 and there are different sort of buckets available. Unj 22, Unj 23, Unj 55. So I have to assign which bucket I want to upload my files. So I will just change this file name to Unj 55, and I am uploading a file here. This file I am going to upload over there, and after uploading I am going to give the name of the file as a test CSV. So I will just run this command, but previously just show you, let me show you that Unj 55 is not containing any files as of now. We have to upload any files to see which is available here or not. So again, I will go back, I will run my command. I think it required, I think I have not imported over here, that's why it was giving me an error. So I will run this command again. It is taking some time because it is loading that file over there. It is making a connection and then again loading the file over there. So yeah, so if you see the response has come over here, it means the process has been performed. I will go there and check whether my file is available under that Unj 55 bucket or not. I've gone inside that. I will just load my file, up, refresh the page, and I will see, yeah, test CSV, the file name that I have given, check here, it is available over there. If I want to download this file, just click on that, right click, and so yeah, the file has been downloaded over here. So now again, the file is uploaded over there, and I want to directly, in some scenario, in a real-time scenario, what will happen, we will be getting the file directly into Amazon S3, and we have to read that file from Amazon S3 to our Python Jupyter notebook to perform the further step. Like if we want to perform, we have to do some Spark transformation on top of the file. So first we have to take that file into my Jupyter network and perform the all sort of transformation on that file. So for that, This is the process to read the file from Amazon S3 to my Jupyter, Python Jupyter. So just I have to give the bucket name where my file is residing, and also I have to give the file name. So in this scenario, again, the file name is test.csv, and you have to just run this command. And again, we are also giving the access key, the secret key, everything over here to make a connection. Once this connection is established, it will give me the file. So I have run that command. So command has already executed. I will store that. Um I will convert that file into my pandas, and I will store that into the data frame, and I will just check the files. So this is the file that is available here, and I have imported that file into my pandas data frame. And further, we can perform any sort of transformation action. We can use this file for machine learning, we can use this file for transformation, we can use this file for the data engineering. Even we can use this file to directly push this values into any NoSQL databases like Postgre, Elasticsearch, anything. So in many scenarios, we will be getting data on API calls, maybe REST API, or the file format will be the JSON. So this is the command for that. Again, you have to just take that API keys, API URL, and you have to store those JSON files into the data frame. And just same process. Again, the same process will happen. Again, you convert that file into the DF, upload that file into the CS Amazon S3, and read it from there. Again, the same process will perform. So in if I again if I want to delete the file, how we can delete a file, this test CSV file. So for that, we have to assign this thing to the unj55 to the bucket 2, and just click on delete. I will just go and check over here. See, the file is not available. I think something is wrong. Yeah, the name is not correct. Let me check again. See, your file is not available, so it means already we have deleted the file using my Python command. So this is the whole process, how we perform actions on Amazon S3 manually or by using our Python script, or using our Jupyter notebook, or writing different sort of Python codings. That is very much essential whenever we are using Amazon S3 thing. So yeah, thanks. Hope you have liked this video. And again, I will be bringing more this sort of videos based on machine learning, data science, or data engineering thing. Thanks, guys.